Have you ever wanted to wake up early and develop this as a life habit but always struggle to do this? I struggled with developing waking up early as a regular habit. And I also understood that most people feel waking up early means having less sleep. Waking up early is a hard discipline. Waking up early means it's impossible because I never did it in my life. In this video, I will share how I went from an insomniac for so many years to now being an early riser, and I feel more productive, energized, and get so many things done without breaking a sweat. Let's get started. The first thing that I started with is I started sleeping early. Yes, in order to wake up early, you need to sleep early, and this was the missing link. I always mistook it like, okay, I will still go to bed at 11 but try to wake up at 5, which I would do because I had to really push myself out of the bed. It was an act of hard discipline, and not just that, I always felt stressed, or that lack of sleep was kicking in. It was making me irritable throughout the day. And then I was like, okay, this is not working for me. Let me go back to my same routine. But once I started sleeping early, and sleeping early, like ridiculously early, I now go to bed by 8:30 p.m. Yes, it seems ridiculously early because in today's age, it is now a more of a second nature to go to bed between 11 or 12 or sometimes even by 1 a.m. and waking up between 7 and 8 or maybe by 9 a.m. And people consider this as productive, and they're taking so much time to stay awake until 12 or 1 just to make up for the fact that they stressed so hard at work. But no matter what, I made it a principle that I will go to bed by 8:30 p.m. and I would naturally wake up between 4 or 5 a.m. And trust me, the kind of freshness, the kind of vigor and vitality that I have when I wake up that early and everyone else is asleep, I am awake. I have solace and solitude, and I invest that kind of time in working on the best project of my life. So there is a book that I'm trying to write, or maybe a video that I'm trying to prepare, or maybe a course that I'm trying to come up. These are one of my biggest creative challenges. And waking up early by 4 or 5 a.m. just because I went to bed by 8:30 gives me the freedom to start my work. It gives me that creative genius because that time is the golden time for me to invest. This is purely undistracted time, and I feel so fresh that I am done with the biggest challenge of my day, and it's not even sunrise yet. So that's the beauty of waking up early, right? But how did I get this done? I went to bed early. The second thing I also learned and started doing is, if you eat your dinner later, it's going to cause so much stress on your gut that your gut needs more time to digest that food and send it to the large intestine. Now, this is a process that happens during the sleep. So, the later you eat, the later you kick in your digestion and absorption. And this will keep you wanting to sleep more. And that's the reason you don't feel like coming out of the bed sometimes early in the morning, because you know that you still need those couple of hours extra sleep. And that is your gut talking to you that it needs that extra couple of hours because the food is still not digested or absorbed as it should be. So I finish my dinner again ridiculously early around sunset. I finish my dinner between 7 and 7:30 p.m. Or sometimes I finish it between 6:30 or 7. I started to do this and began to observe the changes in my body. First, within the next 2 hours, I would naturally begin to fall asleep which is around like 8:30, between 8:30 and 9, I would naturally begin to feel wanting to fall asleep. And because it's natural, I would immediately slip into the bed, and my gut is not stressed anymore, because by the time I'm going to bed, there is like 2 or 3 hours of time, and it got enough time to digest my food even before I go to sleep. So my gut is not stressed when I'm falling asleep. And this gives me restful and a complete revitalizing sleeping experience. And the moment my gut feels that it is done, that's when my body signals me to wake up, and that's around 4 or 5 a.m. And that's still, I feel so fresh. I feel so ready for the day. It's not like I have half slept or I am not so satisfied with my sleep. I am really ready for the day to take head on. And that kind of vigor and vitality really help me to get done with the most creative challenges of the day. And I do this before sunrise. So I don't have much work to do once I'm actually seeing the sun. So throughout the day, I actually have time to do activities that I really love to do. I can read more, I can learn more, I can connect with people, I can travel, I can choose to have any experience I want, because now I'm mentally free, because I got the most important work of the day early. The world was sleeping, but I was not, because I invested that kind of time, my creative potential and genius in doing the best work of my life. All this because I had my dinner early, around sunset. Okay, ideally try to have your dinner before 7 p.m. and go to bed in the next 2 hours or 3 hours, right? So that's how I space. So sometimes I have it around 6:30, and if I'm having it at 6:30, maybe between 8:30 and 9, I would go to bed. This is a real game changer for me. For so many years, I struggled to wake up early because I thought this was something magic. This was something you do it because it was taught to you in your childhood as a habit. But now I have trained my body and mind to make it possible for me to go to bed on time and wake up on time. And I'm giving you ranges of time, not a solid time, because what works for you, you can choose. But no matter what time it is, make it a habit that you stick to that. Like daily you go to the same time and you wake up at the same time. Then this becomes habitual and second nature for you, and eventually it will become part of your natural circadian rhythm. The third thing that I did is I reduced the light pollution. I had been exposing myself to so much light pollution: smartphones, iPad, TV, video games, and in today's age of massive connectivity on digital media, this has really affected my eyes a lot. And studies show that when you expose yourself to blue light so much, it will actually make you insomniac. And for many years I actually struggled with sleep, because early in my 20s I was working in night shifts for 3 years, which seriously impaired my sleeping cycles. And thereafter the light pollution really was like the icing on the cake and damaged my eyes, constant soreness, irritation, and throughout the day there is not much focus available, because even if I want to focus, my eyes are irritating me, and therefore it affected my cognition. And you must have experienced this too. You are so cranky and moody when you did not get enough sleep the previous night. And so this affected my work for obvious reasons. So the harder I pushed at work, the more it was affecting my eyes and therefore my sleep, which I never realized. But the moment I became aware of light pollution affecting my sleeping patterns, I came up with this. I only now work between 9 and 3, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. All my work, which requires me to come in front of a smartphone, iPad, tablet, recording, whatever, whichever thing that has blue light, should happen only between 9 and 3. And before 9 and after 3, I do not engage myself coming in front of a screen or spending time on social media. I don't do that. Everything happens between 9 and 3. Whether it is work, whether it is digital socializing, it happens between 3. I don't check my notifications. I don't spend my time leisurely on social media after 3 p.m. It ends there. As a business requirement, sometimes I stretch my work to 4:30 p.m. that is, it's in case of urgency, but again after 4:30 it's a strict no for me. I'm not trying to be perfect, but I'm trying to give my best. Therefore I'm suggesting you flexible options too, and I'm also suggesting options that are working out for me. But the point is this: restrict yourself with light pollution. And the other thing that I did is I changed my glasses, which offer lenses that protect me from blue light and ultraviolet rays. Most manufacturers these days offer this option where you could have these kind of lenses which don't just come with UV coating but also protect your eyes from the blue light from your smartphones and iPads and computers. This has really been a great relief for me. It reduced my stress when I come in front of camera or when I do my work, and also I'm working between 9 and 3 with these new lenses, and this has really been very effective for me. So work between 9 and 3. Between 3 and 6 I have time for fun, entertainment and for myself. Yes, I do spend time with myself because studies also show that every day when you spend at least an hour with yourself in nature, it helps you to improve your body circulation and also have a better sleeping experience. So until the time my dinner happens, I am also taking time for journaling, self-reflection, spending with nature, on my workout, on my body. Once I'm done with that, I spend time with my family. And because now I'm actually physically connecting with my family members, my friends, I don't have to waste my time on social media because it's affecting my eye health anyway. And besides, the purpose of a day is to have a well-lived day, right? And how is it a well-lived day when you haven't spent quality time with your family or friends or relatives? So I choose to spend my time around the dinner with my family. I have a quality dinner time with my family, and just before you retire to sleep, do not have any kind of disciplined activity or any kind of activity that stimulates your creativity, because once you're fired up, it becomes difficult for you to sleep. So usually when I was struggling with insomnia, I used to write my book or read something or come up with a learning plan just before sleep, and it gave me a sense of achievement and discipline that I am so working hard and so disciplined that I choose to study before my sleep. But I have eliminated that practice altogether because it is never a good thing to have something stimulating at least 6 hours before you sleep. And that's why I choose to spend quality time with my family, with people, having real connections. And that's how I retire to my sleep between 8:30 or 9. And all this happens in a natural flow. Guys, give your body what it really wants. Your body really needs sleep because sleep is mission critical. Once you give your body the sleep it requires, it is ready for the day. And once you're ready for the day, you can do more. And once you have done more, let it rest, nourish it, follow the circadian rhythm, follow the sunrise and the sunset patterns, and align your natural circadian rhythm with the sun's patterns. Your body will adapt to this eventually. I struggled many years with sleep issues, but the moment I started with one simple habit of going to bed early, which changed my dinner habits, which changed the amount of time that I spend on my work. It changed my habits with relationship. It really worked as a game changer for me. I now wake up early with pride, with so much energy and vitality, and it's easy, fun and doable. Trust me, you will have more time in a day once you begin to wake up early following the things that I have shared. These are the things that are working out for me and has helped me from someone who was sleeping around 12 or 2 a.m. every day to someone who wakes up between 4:30 and 5 a.m. daily. And I did it in a very easy, doable and fun manner. And I hope this video has served you and you can also become an early riser. Hey, be kind enough to share this video with others because I know there are many people who are struggling with sleep issues, and maybe these tips can help them become an early riser too. Or at least it will help them have quality sleep and do not have to struggle with insomnia like the way I did. So be kind enough and share this video to help others sleep better.